Alright, what is up everyone? This is ZZ9 and welcome back to a slightly different type of video. This is a bit more of a sort of story time kind of video because I'm going to be retelling a story today, and that is the story of getting properly stuck in a lift for the first time. Yep, that, it finally happened because I've had the interest in lifts for what, 6.5 years, a bit more, closer to 7 than it is 6. Yet, I hadn't been properly stuck in a lift until the day I'm about to tell you about, although I had one near stuck in a lift thing where a lift decided to turn itself off as it was closing, but rebooted after 5 minutes and I could get out. So that doesn't really count, but this was properly stuck. So this happened in, I think, August 2021, and I was with Safety Brakes Lifts at the time. And we were in Glasgow, and we went into the JD shop near Buchanan Galleries, which is roughly where it turns to go along to Sooooo Street if you're coming up Buchanan Street from St Enoch Way. I'll flash an image of the store up on screen, and this has a 2000H, notice 2000H from 1999. And this serves street level 0, and then store level is underground on -1. You have to take either the stairs or the lift to get down it. And I've been in this lift a few times before, it's been absolutely fine, so no reason to suspect it's any different. We called it, we went down, and that was also fine. There was nothing odd about it, it all worked normally. And yeah, that was that, and wandered around the store a bit and then went back up. But this is where it went a little bit wrong, and I've got a few clips that I'll put in at the appropriate points in this video, which were recorded by SBL, Safety Brakes Lifts. And basically, what happened was, we went in, press the button for 0, doors close, it goes up, it levels fine, it stops, but then the doors do not open, and they don't even unlatch or anything. The 0 button stays lit. The arrows and the indicators go out briefly, and then after, I don't know how long, 30 seconds maybe, wasn't paying attention, they then light up for going down, but the lift still doesn't move. At that point, we had pressed both floor buttons, they were both lit, lift wasn't moving, door open button doesn't do anything, there's no door close. So, of course, once, realising, yeah, this had an actual issue, we did press the alarm. And to us, it doesn't sound very loud, the alarm, but that is just because the alarm box, it's one of these ones where it's on one, it's not like inside the lift type thing, it's what the pressing the alarm button does, it activates an alarm sounder outside the lift on one of the floors. It so happened to be on the store level, so we were as far away from the store level as you could get while still being in the lift. So yeah, it was quiet for us, but I assume it was nice and loud in the store. And yeah, we rung that. We couldn't really hear anything outside of the lift, so we didn't really know that if anyone had heard it, so we did ring it a good few times through the course of this. And this is where I'm going to put in the first clip. This is in the first few minutes of getting stuck roughly, and this is just going to be Safety Brakes Lift's reaction to it and just a general bit of context for what the situation looks like in the lift at the time. And there's going to be a couple more clips later on, but for now, here is sort of general overview and a bit of context, just kind of the aftermath. I think this was, as I say, I think it was in the first sort of 3 minutes of getting stuck, so there you go, here is the clip.
Stuck in the bloody 2000H. We've been here for a while. This is fine.
Yeah, this is fine. Well, this is not what I expected today.
Or me. I think we're currently waiting for people getting out. Oh, so we're in the panic attack stage, we can see that.
It's weird, it stopped, and it thought it was going to open, and it just didn't open. And there's...
They were here.
Now we're just here.
Hello, Liz.
I don't know how it's jammed, but it has. This is weird.
It's not going to move until it lets itself open.
It thinks it's It thinks it's about to go down though, that's the thing.
Somebody's pressed it, Tia. A staff member's pressed it to come in it.
Well, they've heard the alarm downstairs, but I don't know if they've called anyone out yet.
Is it? Oh.
What?
Is that the doors?
No, I didn't hear anything. It's just sitting.
So, welcome to See if the Duke's Lift's actually stuck in a lift. Like, you thought the cleaning was bad, you know. We will update when something happens.
Mm-hmm. So that was that. And so after we stopped recording, we waited a bit longer, and eventually we did start hearing keys, the sound of keys going in, trying to get doors open. Now initially, we heard this from what we thought was coming from -1, but of course we're not there, so that was not very useful. And with the lift having no external indicators and the alarm box being down on the store level, it's fair to assume that that's where it is. You know, that's fair enough. But yeah, that wasn't initially much use, but then we did start hearing it on level 0. After a while, they did come up the stairs and we could start hearing them a bit more, talking about it. So this is where the second clip comes in, because this is where we started hearing the keys on 0, I think. Or at least it sort of finished on -1, came up to 0. I'm not really sure, but there's definitely, you can hear the sounds quite clearly of the key going in the door release keyhole, trying to get the doors open. I think they probably did get it open on -1, realise the lift's not there, and then think, I think we need to go up to 0 to get this lift. So yeah, basically, here's this clip, and listen out carefully for the key sounds in this one.
There is noises of keys, except not on 0. I think they're coming. We might be getting rescued.
There's a lot of noise. Yay! Well, that was something.
Hello. Right, here we go. The keys.
Can we get it open?
Oh, it does tell the doors are jammed for good.
It won't be. That's
all I need. No, well, Braehead's out the window.
It's a little bit warm, but aside from that.
I like that this is still lit.
That's on the indicator.
I think the outer doors, a minute ago there was a cat, there was me. Right, well, I'll do it again if anything else happens.
Okay, there you go. Clip 2, that is, with the keys. And this sort of was on and off, really, the keys. You'd hear a bit of it, and then it went silent, and then you'd hear a little bit more again. And, you know, we were here, this is getting near to, I think, about 10 minutes at this point in the lift, so compared to what could have been, it wasn't actually that bad. The staff, it was actually, in the end, it was staff from the store that had keys. It wasn't the lift engineer, so I assume they just had keys on site. But anyway, that's for later on in the story. But anyway, so yeah, we kept hearing the keys on and off, and eventually they got up to 0 and they started trying to get the doors open, but they wouldn't budge. And the reason I think that is because, well, the inner doors were still shut fully. They hadn't unlatched or anything. I don't know if they lock on. I don't know if it locks on the inside, so it might have been that was causing it to not budge, but they were getting it. You could hear it opening. You could even sort of see the doors moving, but it just couldn't get it to budge. They couldn't get it to get the inner doors opening. So this is where the final clip comes in, because this is where you actually start seeing the doors opening a little, but they just cannot get that last bit and fully unlatch it. So with that being said, let's take a look at that. Try and open it. The inner door just moves slightly. You're trying it?
Yes, indeed. Come on, left.
Oh, it can. you may give him a bit of assistance, but... Hello? Oh, it's reset.
Oh.
It's set going down. Oh, let's see. Let's go back to that.
Oh, for goodness sake. Oh. Well then, that's aggravating. Bring the shop to a halt because let's go. Do you know what? I've had worse Britons. Right, there's any more updates on it again.
So yeah, this went on for quite a while, and eventually I did manage to get the doors open. It did take a lot of effort, and I think the lift has been very stubborn with those doors. I think like I say, I think it was the inner doors, but I'm not 100% sure. But anyway, eventually I got it open and we were able to get out. It was about 10 minutes, maybe a little bit more, that we were in the lift for. So like I say, it wasn't that bad compared to what it potentially could have been. But yeah, it was very weird because in parts during that, there was at one point when they were trying to get the doors open, they almost did. The arrows on the indicators, it has the floor indicator and then it has a door jam up and down. And that works also for active direction like the floor indicator. So anyway, at one point when they were trying to get the doors open and they almost did, the arrows went out and then they couldn't get the doors open, so the doors shut again, of course, because that's just how it works. The doors always, you know, roll themselves shut if there's no force pushing them open. But then after a while, the arrows went back on, going down. The 0 - 1 still didn't go out, so I don't know what actually caused this lift to get stuck, if the controller just had an absolute whoopsie and just didn't know how to lift anymore, or if there was actually a fault. I really don't know. But from what I know since then, I don't have completely up-to-date information to confirm this, but last I've heard, that lift has been broken for quite a while with out of order signs on it. So whatever's went wrong has not been able to be fixed yet. And genuinely, I'm a little bit curious next time I go back there if that lift's going to be working, broken, or maybe even modernised, because if they can't get it fixed, it's only a matter of time before they're going to have to modernise it to ensure they still comply with the DDA regs. So yeah, it's an interesting one. Don't really know what to make. Like I said, I don't know what to make of why it got stuck, because I just don't know. But yeah, in the end we got out, it was fine, continued on the rest of our day, and it was just a weird experience. You know, it's something you never expect, and then when it happens it's just like, right, this has happened, and you just have to kind of joke about it afterwards, because like, yeah, it was just weird. Just weird what that lift did. Normally when you think of getting stuck in the lift, you think of emergency stops between floors, not levelling at 0, but then the lift just decides, yeah, I don't think I need to open my doors, I don't think I'll let you either, you know. You can just stay in the lift for like 10 minutes longer, just because I feel like it. So yeah, it's weird. That's a weird lift. But anyway, with that being said, that is the story. I'm aware I may have talked a bit fast in this, so that's why I've ran sort of subtitles through it, just so you can hear it, and because a lot of this is just talking anyway. Straight up rambling at times, but whatever. But anyway, that is the story of getting stuck in an OTIS 2000H in Glasgow. So let me know what you think of that. If you have any random theories as to why the lift might have done what it did, please let me know, because I'm genuinely curious why it would have just decided, nah, I'm not opening the doors, even though I'm directly level with the floor, and went up fine, leveled fine, and you can just stay in the lift. Like, all I can think of is the controller has done a bit of a whoopsie, because perhaps the maintenance isn't great. I mean, the door operator for the doors open on -1's got 2 sets of doors. The door operator for the doors open on -1 is very loud, let's call it, and yeah, it's just weird. But anyway, with that being said, thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. I know it's a different type of video, but just let me know what you think of the experience I've told you here, getting stuck in the 2000H. It's just weird. But with that being said, thank you for watching, hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next video.